Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Big Akar Ahmed and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be going ahead and taking a look at Bassem Youssef Amjad Al-Nour's BIBI'S trial video, comedy skit, music, song, whatever the case may be here. And the reason I want to go ahead and take a look at this is because it's satire, it's comedy, it's entertainment. And a lot of people, I understand, they're not too serious. They waste a lot of their time reacting to entertainment and listening to entertainment. So this is going to be a way to make you understand what's happening a little bit behind the scenes in this conflict, in this genocide, and what's happening with Benjamin Netanyahu and what he's convicted of and what America does from an entertainment standpoint, from like a Saturday Night Live skit, funny satire standpoint with some truth. Now, we're going ahead and talking about politics a lot, not because I'm Lebanese, not because I'm Muslim, not because I'm personally affected by this or I'm emotional about it. We're talking about these things because this is spirituality. This is a spiritual war that is taking place. They are trying to cause prophecies to happen. They are trying to pull God's hand into this to see a reaction from God Almighty. And what they are doing right now is sickening. As an American citizen, as someone who pays my tax dollars towards the government, the fact that they're just sending it all to Israel is unnecessary. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Israeli. I don't want my money to go towards genocide. I want my money to go towards fixing the street lamp outside or taking the homeless people off the street here, helping people with drug addiction, helping building churches and community centers. That's what I want my money to go towards. I want my police officers to be paid more money so that they don't have to go and work with criminals to make a good, decent salary. Police officers getting paid $50,000 a year risking his life. No duh, he's going to take $100,000 a year from a drug dealer to work with him and be an inside person. Do you understand how much money is being thrown out of this country? Well, people in Saudi Arabia, they're making $200,000 a year and they're not even paying income tax. They get the whole $200,000 a year. I make $200,000 a year. I'm walking away with 120 grand in the United States of America. That $80,000 going to Israel so they can blow up women and children. This is my problem. So I'm not in the mood as an American citizen to go into a world war for the Jewish people. I have nothing to do with the Jewish people in Israel, and I don't know why I need to risk a Russian bomb or a North Korean bomb or a Chinese bomb landing on top of my house because of what the Jewish people want in the Middle East. That's their problem, not mine. I'm American. When someone comes to attack my country, I will defend it. I will defend my family. But right now, I don't understand why we're sending billions, why we're suffering. Well, we're going into an election, the American people, and the American economy is hyperinflating so high that it's never done this in history. The American dollar is going to collapse. Everyone is going to lose their job, their businesses. They're going to lose their homes. They're going to lose their buildings and shopping centers. People who are multimillionaires, even multi-billionaires, are going to lose everything that they worked for the last 50 to 100 years of their life. They're going to do a full global economic reset. Russia and China and India and Britain, they have, not Britain, and Brazil, they've gone ahead and created BRICS, which is their own currency to fight the dollar. What is happening right now is not good. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just want you guys to prepare yourself spiritually, mentally, physically for what is happening. Stock up on food, stock up on weapons, bullets, stock up on your spirituality, on your religion. Please pray to God Almighty. Ask God Almighty to guide you, to protect you and your family. That is the number one thing you could possibly do. So this is why they make these videos, to go ahead and enlighten people. And we're going to go ahead and react to Bassem Youssef and Amjad Al-Nour's BIBI'S trial comedy skit music video. Without further ado, here it is.
Alright, no need to stand up. It's the ICC in the house. Hey, you mother... What's up? The sentence? No brainer. Guilty! My mind is made up. In my verdict, he'll go straight up to jail, baby. Your time's up. And the case number... wait, I don't even remember. I lost count of all the innocent souls you daily murder. I sentence you to life in prison. That's only for starters. It's the fastest sentence I passed. He's not making my job harder.
That's a little bit embarrassing, but since...
So, he basically was immediately sentencing... The judge of the International Court was immediately sentencing Benjamin Netanyahu to life in prison. As soon as he put down his gambit, or whatever it's called, the hammer, to go ahead and charge him as guilty, the gambit ended up out of Bassem's hand, or the judge's hand, and into this black gentleman's hand, who then hid it inside the briefcase. And then but your hammer's gone missing. So now, I'm assuming that this is the United States of America. who is impeding or imposing in between Benjamin Netanyahu and the International Court to stop the judgment on Benjamin Netanyahu.
Since your hammer's gone missing, I'd like to spend a few seconds second guessing this whole ICC masquerade with all this global ass kissing. I won't even debate whether the gentleman was innocent.
Who the hell are you?
Your Honor, who am I? That is irrelevant. I know, ladies and gentlemen, I can see the entanglement.
You think you can just throw him in and save him from his predicament?
Let's not fall victim to our emotions and our sentiments.
So the chorus then comes in and says, who's the boss of the ICC? Who's the boss of the international community? Who's the boss of the international court? The Yankee supremacy, the United States of America, who is a supremacy. And it's very, very interesting because the way you project things, like I was talking about earlier, you call Russians commies and terrorists, and Stalin's a terrorist. Who cares if 30 million Russians died during World War II? We're only worried about the Jewish people. Same exact thing goes here. So he's painting America to be a Yankee supremacy, right? Because that's what they are. But it's not said enough. And if it's said more and 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 more, just like the United States loves to use the word terrorist, loves to use the word, they love to use these key words, right? They use these key, like left and right, and like they use key words on purpose to segregate, separate, and to build a narrative in someone's head. It's simple psychology. One of the most important subjects you could ever study is psychology, is the understanding of the human brain. They completely blast you with this narrative. Even if you, let's say you're a pro-Palestinian, you completely cannot stand Israel, you hate Israel, the more and more they tell you that we're the victim, the more and more you believe it. Even if you don't believe it, the more and more your brain self-consciously will do nothing about it. It puts its wall down. Like you're not going to stand up anymore. You're not going to say anything anymore. You're not going to care anymore. The more something is jammed into your brain, the more you'll believe it. So this is the opposite effect. Rather than calling America a free nation and look at how, amazing it is and look at all the freedoms we have and look, it's a democracy, he's calling it the Yankee supremacy here, which is the complete opposite of what America calls itself. So if you keep calling America Yankee supremacy, Yankee supremacy, Yankee supremacy, that's what it becomes to the people that you're calling it to.
First of all, in my belief, this ICC is blasphemy. I'm not a member of that cult, and neither is my mini-me. I'm only acting like I care. I'd like to thank the Academy. And when you sue them, you technically make yourself my enemy.
I see you may not be a member of the ICC. You call yourself the land of the free.
And them the only democracy.
And yet to save his ass, you invented a policy to storm my court and invade it? Now that's hypocrisy.
Whoa, someone's anti-Semitism's on the go. Should I delete you as a friend and add you as a foe? From the river to the sea, are you one of those? While you're at it, why don't you deny the Holocaust?
Pardon me and please don't be offended by her sign, but Palestine is mandatory on this list of mine.
What's that? Is there a country by the name of Palestine? Don't see it on this map of mine. Out of sight, out of mind.
So he's losing control of his courtroom. They basically had a conversation here. The American guy is telling him, you're just trying to put him in jail. No, what's it called? I control this. You're making an enemy out of me. If you make an enemy out of me, that's no good. I'll come after you. The United States of America seems to think they control everything and they boss everyone around. And that's what this is showing. Is that when we came into the courtroom at first, he was ready to automatically throw him in jail, throw Benjamin Netanyahu in jail. The trial, the people in the audience behind are also wanting to throw Benjamin Netanyahu in jail. But as the video is going on, 2 minutes ago, as you can see, they're now puppets being hung on strings and controlled, right? And I'm sure by the end of the video, the judge will also be persuaded. How are they persuading them? They're persuaded by these pretty women and singing and music and dancing. You know what I mean? Money. Bribery.
court is for the Putin's, Afros, and the Arabs, by the way. They not like us, they make a fuss, they gonna have to pay. But we're the USA, what we'll say goes today. Don't waste your time on Benjamin, my friend is here to stay. He's got the most moral army in the world. So fitting, telling civilians you'll be safe in the north. We're just kidding.
Someone should bag the Nobel Prize of Peace and send it to Nathan.
He's got the army that would warn the children right before he tamed.
Speaking of kids, why use left round? Can't you shoot some blanks? On the scale of humans, why put those kids at the lowest rank?
Spare me the drama over the kids you killed in the West Bank. Why would those children throw rocks at a freaking tank? I got no time for this, I got some elections to rig. Gotta teach my snipers to miss, I got some graves to dig. Those weapons won't sell them.
So like he said, why would those kids throw rocks at the tanks? They deserve to get hit by the tank. It was basically the response of the IDF and the United States of America. Like, why are they throwing rocks at tanks? Those kids deserve to be hit by a tank bullet. Bro, they can throw 1 billion rocks at the tank all day. It doesn't bother the tank. The tank doesn't have to blow them up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And right here was a good one.
Some elections to rig, gotta teach my snipers to miss.
I said I got some elections to rig. I gotta teach my snipers to miss. Shooting his ear, as you can see. As he's calling the assassination attempt on Donald Trump fake, which I believe 100% is fake as well. There's nothing that just happens like that simple, that easy. Guy just climbs up right in front of Donald Trump, shoots him in the ear. That's complete BS. What's the point of Secret Service? What's the point of these guys? Special trained agents. I would have seen that. As someone who knows how to use a gun, just basic usage of gun. I probably would have seen what's it called if I was sitting up there with a sniper. So, yes. Fake. He said he has elections to rig. He has snipers to train to miss. And he has some graves to dig.
Got some graves to dig. Those weapons won't sell themselves. Gun deals are getting so big. So here's some taxpayers' money. Go buy yourself a new wig. Can you say who's the boss of the ICC? Must be the Yankee. Supremacy must be the Yankee. Okay, everybody.
See? So he got the judge. So like he's saying, here's taxpayers' money. Go do whatever you want with it. Go buy a new wig. Go do whatever you want with it. So we as Americans, this is what I was talking about earlier, I'm not in the mood to pay for this guy's new wig and pay for Israel to bomb civilians so that I can lose my business, I can lose my house, I can lose my family, I can lose everything. Like, my economy is suffering, my dollar is suffering because of how we want to spend the money in other countries. The American people don't want to spend it this way. If you ask the American people, if it's actually we the people, and we're actually going by the Constitution matters, none of us want our money spent this way. So,
everybody now.
I'll say, can you see who's the boss of the ICC? Must be the Yankee supremacy. Must be the Yankee supremacy. I'll say, can you see who's the boss of the ICC? Must be the Yankee supremacy. Must be the Yankee supremacy. I'll say, can you see who's the boss of the ICC?
what does this shirt say? If I don't steal your house, someone else will. Yep, so that's it. Nice video. Decent message right there. He's basically trying to say that no matter what, the United States of America is one of the biggest briberies in the world. They try and basically control every single aspect of everything, and they will get you out of anything. So even though Benjamin Netanyahu is a known war criminal, even though Benjamin Netanyahu has committed war crimes, even though Benjamin Netanyahu, by every judge on this planet, should go to jail for 25 to life, he probably won't. And it's because the United States of America will bail him out, and the United States of America controls the international court. They control the United Nations. They control all of this. So no matter how many times the United Nations or international court says, screw Benjamin Netanyahu, it doesn't end that way, right? It doesn't end that way. And that is what he's showing. He's showing the power and the influence that the United States of America has on the international community and how they control them by stealing our economy's money, right? How they take hard-working taxpayers' money like myself, you, and other people's money to go ahead and fund this stuff in other countries. So they give the judge a new wig so he doesn't put Benjamin Netanyahu in jail, and they fund billions of dollars Benjamin Netanyahu so he can blow people up and take their countries. That's where our money goes. That's why I work and I bust my butt and I pay taxes. It's very upsetting. I would rather much keep my tax money. It would benefit America much more. Like, if I didn't pay taxes, I bet you would benefit America 10 times more. My taxes aren't going to anything useful in the United States of America. They're laundering it outside of the country. And then all it's doing is causing more hyperinflation, less dollars to cycle within our economy, but more dollars for the rest of the world. That just inflates our dollar more and more and more and more. And we can never get that money back. They're not going to be able to go collect it from Israel or go collect it from Lebanon or go collect it from Europe and burn it to take it out. Like, it's crazy to me how the United States of America has set up their financial system. They've set it up as a black hole to completely suck and dry out anyone who's using the dollar. When the United States dollar collapses, the world is going to suffer so bad. And that's what they're working on. Thank you guys so much for coming today. God bless every single one of you. Good video from Bassem Youssef Amjad Al-Nour, BIBI'S trial. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, link is in the description below. Think about what I said in the beginning of the video. What is happening there in the Middle East right now? This is not just like a political thing. This is a spiritual thing. And depending on the vocabulary that they use and the way that they twist and spin the narrative, they will make people seem like animals and some other people seem like the chosen people of God. That's just how it is. That's how they spin the narrative. Take a look at history. Please understand World War I. Please understand World War II, because we're on the brink of World War III, and there's no difference in the way that this is starting than the way the last two wars started. It is all over the Jewish people. They started the last two wars, and the whole entire world will again suffer, once again, for the Jewish population of the world. Thank you guys so much for coming today. God bless every single one of you, and until next time, free Palestine, free Lebanon, free the Middle East, and now free the world. Peace out.